Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome to Music Forward's Open Mic Fridays. I'm your host, Maya Jupiter, and I'm so excited to be back with you for our first show of 2023, bringing you the freshest new talent from around the globe. Thank you for joining us here on Twitch, and don't forget to subscribe to Music Forward here on this platform so that you never miss out. Before we get started, let me tell you a little bit about Music Forward and Open Mic Fridays. Music Forward connects young people from our communities directly to the music industry via career and artist development programming designed to transform young lives, inspire careers, and champion a more inclusive music industry. Open Mic Fridays is a performance showcase where young artists share their talent, gain exposure, and get live feedback directly from industry experts with successful careers in music. All right, so back to tonight's show and our amazing lineup. But first, before we go there, we're going to need a little bit of help from you watching right now, our audience. From tonight's lineup, we're going to be inviting back two special performers for our final showcase taking place in April. One will be the artist with the most fans in our audience. This is where you come in. Be sure to vote in the link with the link in the chat. That's going to be displayed here on Twitch for your favorite artists so that they have the chance to come back in April and perform for the opportunity to win some cool music gear in our fan favorites showcase. After the show airs, our industry experts will choose their favorite of the night, and that artist will be invited back to perform in the industry pick showcase. Got it? Okay. Before we get started with the performances from our amazing young talent, let's meet our industry guests for this evening. Industry guests, please turn on your cameras. I'm going to introduce a wonderful woman named Christella Poole Dorsey, founder and creative director of Upward Artistry Talent Agency. Leading the way as founder and creative director for Upward Artist Talent Agency, Chris has become an unstoppable force in the performing arts and entertainment community in Houston. As a technically trained dancer for 25 years, in 2017, Chris pivoted from performing, teaching, and choreographing professionally to establish Upward Artistry, a full-fledged talent agency in Houston, specializing in serving artists and creators of color in the entertainment and performing arts industries. Chris redefined the agency's purpose by providing a universal platform for talented individuals throughout Houston and the US to inform, empower, and engage artists and creatives who are seeking guidance and opportunities within all aspects of the entertainment industry. Welcome, Chris.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for
Glad to
being
be
here.
back.
Woo! Love it. It's so great to have you back. And our other industry guest is Bobby. Am I saying your name right? Brignola? Is that right? Okay, good. Director of Marketing and at Score More Shows. With over 15 years of experience in the industry, Bobby has worked at both the local and national level of marketing for House of Blues, Live Nation, and Score More Shows. His expertise spans from national touring to festival marketing and everything in between. Welcome, Bobby.
Thank you. Thank you. Excited to be back.
Okay, I have a question for both of you, but Chris, I'll ask you first. What initially led you to a career in the industry?
You know what? For me, I think it's just my love for all things performing arts. And as I matriculated through dance within my own dance career, for me, I just saw gaps when it came down to talent of color. And for me, I'm a person who tackles something. If other people aren't doing it, I'm going to do it. And so, which led me to really just become an advocate for those artists and creatives who don't have voices or don't have the resources and tools. And so I'm super excited about this new year because we have a new home here in Houston and a new hub, and have a lot of things in store, and we're just ready to roll out some new things, and serving Houston and artists and creatives and beyond. Just whatever facets that they need, we're there for them.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for giving us your time this evening.
Mhm.
And Bobby, how about you? What initially led you to career in the industry?
It was really college. I mentor some other students currently still, and I tell them the same thing. It was really just trying to make friends. And we had a student organization on campus that helped put on shows and including our homecoming festival and things of that nature. And, I sort of fell in love with it and realized, oh, this might be able to be a career. So for me, being on the marketing side of things, it's been an interesting journey from, just passing out handbills and flyers, and that being marketing to the world that we know now with technology and the digital social space. So, yeah, I think, just the love for music and seeing people run into a venue when the doors open has always been my favorite moment of the show. So, getting to do that every day is just great.
Absolutely. Is there still space for printed flyers? Or just a quick question. Do you think there's still?
There is for
Okay.
sure. We still do it. Small amount though.
Beautiful. All right. Thank you both for being here. Please turn off your cameras because we're about to get this show started. Woo, I'm so excited about this bunch. I'm always excited, but these artists are just fantastic. So we're going to welcome to the stage our very first performer for this evening. But before we do that, I do want to remind you that the chat is open tonight. So please show us some love and let us know where you're joining us from. Show love to the artists. Keep your comments positive and supportive because they're all here bearing their soul for you tonight. So let's be really supportive of them all. Coming to the virtual stage now, our first performer is Ali McCoy. Ali is a singer-songwriter finishing up her last semester at USC. Born and raised in Los Angeles, she started taking voice lessons at the age of 7, mastering musical standards such as my kid's favorite, Everybody Wants to Be a Cat from the Aristocats movie. In her preteens and early teens, she was the lead singer of a band called the 440s, named after the group's rehearsal time, and performed at venues across LA such as the Roxy and the House of Blues. In high school, she released a self-titled 4-song EP of original music that, coming from a 16-year-old girl with little to no life experience, slaps surprisingly hard. As a freshman in college, she taught herself how to play the guitar, and when the pandemic hit later that year, she got to writing more songs and uploaded 2 demos to SoundCloud. Now that she's allowed outdoors, Ali is excited to prove that she was the inspiration, I love this part, for Lady Gaga's character named Ali in the movie A Star is Born, minus the tumultuous relationship with a rugged aging musician, she says. So please welcome to the virtual stage, Ali McCoy. Hi. Your bio.
Hello.
I loved reading that. Very entertaining.
I forgot
Ali,
that I did that.
tell us about the song you're going to perform tonight.
I'm performing a song called Wine. I don't really drink very much. I'm only 21, but I just in general, sometimes when things are going well, I like to hit the self-destruct button. And I notice sometimes, the few times I drink alcohol, it kind of tends to put that on fast forward. So
Okay.
I just wrote a song around that concept.
Beautiful. Take it away.
Congratulations, you're the first to make it this far to my heart. I'm a fortress in the rain, you're a soldier here in vain. I'm, I don't know why I stand so close to a body filled with smoke. It's my death drive, or maybe it's the reason I'm alive. So I can't blame the wine this time, like I always do. I got bored and picked a fight to see if you leave too. I stretch my arms and legs, but I cannot leave this place. Your tulips die here on the shelf, but I did it all myself. If I had you water them, could we get us back again? I can't drink the wine this time like I always do. I'll get bored and pick a fight to see if you leave too. It's just the way I say, ooh. You were wrong in every way, but I need you here, please stay. I was wrong in every way, but you need me anyway. So you can't blame the wine this time like you always do. You'll get bored and pick a fight to see if I leave you. It's just the way you say, ooh. We can't drink the wine tonight like we always do. I'll get bored, you'll pick the fight to see who leaves who. It's just the way we say, it's just the way I say I love you. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, Ali. Great job. Great job. Let's welcome our industry experts back on to give us their feedback. Starting with Chris.
All right.
Ali, turn your camera back on,
Yeah, I
Ali.
was like, where'd she
Where'd you
go?
go, Ali? She was like,
Sorry.
I'm out.
There you go. Wonderful song. You know, I really truly love that indie sound. I what's crazy is lately at the gym, that's what I've been on. Like my whole entire playlist has been your whole vibe right now. So I will say this. I love the song. For me, the best thing for you right now is vocal control. Okay. I heard a little bit, I heard a little bit of tremble, especially with just grasping that vibrato a little bit more. And especially when I want to say the music changes, because you went on one portion of the song, you went, there was a key change basically. And so, but your vocals didn't adjust to the change. And so that's what I was particularly looking for. But all in all, I do love the vibe of the song. Like I'm like I said, I'm really, really into the genre of music that you have. And that, which is why I love this platform, because it's a little bit of everything for me. But to really just be able to project, definitely, if you don't already take vocal lessons, I would encourage you to do it. And then that way you'll be a little bit more stronger when it comes down to just maneuvering through the songs that you write, basically. Like it's one thing to write, you know, but it's another thing to actually be able to move through everything when it comes down to the music within the self and the melody of the music.
Beautiful. And Bobby, where you at, Bobby?
Thanks. Sorry, I didn't know if I should pop on video at the same time or not.
You
But
can.
anyway, Ali, that was great. Thanks for playing that for us. Yeah, I mean, I think I was getting some like sort of like 90s female rock vibes for sure. You know, like Liz Phair, Melissa Etheridge came to mind a little bit. I think the songwriting was great. It was very well sung. I thought that there were a few lines on there about like the tulips, you know, dying on the shelf that really spoke to me, and I think people have that relationship connection. So I think that's something, you know, you should continue to really push at, because I think people will really relate to your music. But yeah, I mean, I think, you know, especially something like this, this type of song that has the emotion. Obviously, it's harder when you're playing guitar by yourself in your room on something like this, but when you're on stage with a full band, you know, I would continue to like, you know, at those emotional parts, like really let it go, rock out. Again, you know, you're not going to be doing that tonight, but I think that's something, as long as you really continue to work on your stage presence of, you know, making people feel that, you know, frustration, anger, emotion, you know, it's really going to help push that message through. So yeah, great job.
Beautiful. Thumbs up, Ali says. Thumbs up. All right. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. If you came to support Ali, be sure to follow that link in the chat and vote. Thank you all. You may all turn off your cameras now. We'll see you back soon as we invite our next artist to the virtual stage right now. Born and raised in Washington, D.C., Chrissy Gubachi is a singer-songwriter and pianist who is steadfast, tenacious, and determined. Chrissy was born to break barriers and influence change. A lot of people ask, what is her genre? Her artistry touches many genres such as R&B, soul, hip-hop, gospel, Afro beats, and she refuses to allow the sky to be her limit. She recently relocated to Los Angeles during the peak of the pandemic in 2021, opening many doors to her career and advancing her network of industry professionals. Within a year, Chrissy has become a member of ASCAP, the Recording Academy, Sound Exchange, and has over 50 publications registered in the US Copyrights Office. And she released 3 singles as an independent artist. Chrissy is unclassified and cannot be put in a box. That's what sets her apart from her peers. She's unforeseen, unsolvable, and unstoppable. And those are lyrics right there, okay? Welcome right now to the stage, Chrissy Gubachi. Chrissy! Hey!
Hey,
How you feeling?
I'm good.
Great. Tell us about your song you're about to perform.
So this song is titled 7 Days a Week, and it'll be on my EP that's coming out in March. It is about unconditional love and just my perspective on, you know, how love should be interpreted and how love should be. It shouldn't be attached to any conditions, you know, and
Beautiful.
even if you aren't pleasing me in a certain way, I should still love you, you know. So that's what this song.
Love it. All right. I'm going to get out of here and please take it away.
Da, 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 da. Hey, got me driving in the rain for you. Never go against the grain for you. I wanna carry your last name.
Well done. How do you feel?
Great. I feel great.
Let's welcome our industry experts back on to see what they think. Welcome. And Bobby, we're going to start with you this time.
All right. Chrissy, that was great. As somebody who, I was mentioning earlier, I've been working on some tours with, Kehlani, Jessie Reyes, and I feel like, R&B, especially in the female space right now, is on the up. Like it's coming back. And I was definitely getting some of those vibes, which is also encouraging. Some of these artists that you're seeing rise again might not get tons of radio play and stuff like that, but they're still worth tons of tickets and can really build a fan base. So yeah, I mean, again, I'm a marketing expert. That's sort of my avenue. So first off, I love that you mentioned that your EP is coming out in March. We'll bring that shout out again. But yeah, I mean, your voice was incredible. I really loved, the melodies and just the flow of the song and the style and everything like that. So yeah, I mean, keep pushing. Congrats on getting back to LA or getting to LA and taking that leap of faith. There's tons of opportunities out there. So keep at it. And it was great.
Thank you, Bobby. And Chris.
Yes, well, your name is definitely memorable because to the world, I'm Chris. To my family and friends, I'm Chrissy. Yes, so I was super excited to see your name pop up, but I'm with Bobby on that. I mean, I'm so excited that R&B is making a comeback, one, and that we have such wonderful female artists, and the fact that you play the piano, is a super duper plus. I like your whole vibe and your glasses and everything. Just the sultry sounding of your voice. For myself, I'm on the artist development side, so I'm very big on like presentation. So your look. Are you, I'm getting coaching and, I see. How long have you been playing the piano? That you can just hold up the number. Okay, 10 years. Okay, good. Definitely keep at it because there's a space for that too. Remember like when Alicia Keys came out and we were like, oh my God, she can sing, she can play, and the John Legends of the world. And so now you have Lizzo and her flute. So it's always a plus with, if you can sing and you can play an instrument. So definitely keep at it, keep writing, keep receiving coaching, your whole look, keep that up too, because I most certainly love it and you'll go far for sure.
Beautiful. Great advice. Great feedback from both of our industry experts. If you came to support Chrissy, the voting link is in the chat for you to show some love. And everybody, all right, I didn't even have to say it. They can all turn off their cameras. Get in that chat, start voting away, and also give them some love. Okay, coming to the stage right now is Lilith Max. Lilith started out as an actress starring in Call of Duty World War II and several short films. She has won 2 Best Child Actress awards, but soon realized that she preferred to tell her own stories and make music. Making music is her absolute passion, and she implements the art of storytelling from her acting days into her lyrics. She wrote several songs from the age of 13 and is a winner of Young Arts 2022 in the category Voice, and her debut EP was released on November 4th. Her songs are often more on the edgy side, and she does genres like folk, jazz, pop, and alternative. Welcome, Lilith.
Hi.
Hi. Tell us a little bit about what you're going to be performing tonight.
So today I will be performing Big Bad Wolf, which is on my debut EP, Storybook. And Big Bad Wolf is a Little Red Riding Hood retelling where the wolf is the hunted and the girl is the hunter. And it's basically about never underestimating those you deem weak.
Beautiful. Okay. Are you going to turn the sound on the computer? Yep.
Yes,
Okay, great. That will make it pop. Take it away, Lilith.
Thank you. I came upon you so sudden, a girl in the midst of the woods. My eyes adjusted to color. I saw Red Riding Hood slowly creeping closer to you. But little did I see the hunter in you. Now, little nightmare, you have beautiful eyes. I can see all the stories where beasts go to die, and the bad wolf of fables, and my hunger still roars. Come, let me feast upon all that is yours. La-dee-dee-da, la-dee-dee-da-dee-da, la-la-dee-dee-da. I wondered how I would catch you. Shall I play with my prey? I failed to notice the glint of your knife and the smoke on your face before the month. Now suddenly I see why they call you a monster and not me. Now, little nightmare, you have beautiful eyes. I can see all the stories where beasts go to die, and the bad wolf of fables, and my hunger still roars. Come, let me feast upon all that is yours. La, la, dee, dee, da. La, dee, dee, da, dee. La, la, dee, dee, da, dee. I took my chance and came up beside you. I flashed a grin, watched as your eyes grew. I tell you, come closer, you will bite my words. I open my maw to bite. You've come to take my skin, to wrap my teeth around your throat. You've come to make some coin, to fashion yourself a coat. And I should have seen it all come close, but the forest hides the truth, and only it will. Now, little nightmare, you have beautiful eyes. I can see all the stories where I'll go to die, and the bad wolf of fables in your hunger us more. Come feast upon all that is yours. La, la, dee, da. La, dee, da, dee, da. La, la, dee, dee, da. Oh, la, dee, dee, da, dee, dee, da.
Yes. I'm on the edge of my seat. Oh, wow. That was well done. That was so good. So good. Let's welcome our industry guests back on, please. And we're going to start with Chris giving us your feedback first.
Oh my gosh. So I'm over here spazzing out because I come from this dance, musical theater background, and you wrote that, right? That's yours. Okay. The way you performed it, like in your movement, now I understand why you asked the question. I get it now. I get it now. And then just from just hearing your background, you have a theater background. So I get it now. For me, when I listen to the song and just the dynamics of it, I literally can see a whole production behind it. So I can see the dancers and the act, like it's a whole musical theater piece. And so that's something that isn't tapped into. Usually for theatrical productions, they go to like a musical director, usually, like person who's written like orchestra type of music or scores, you know, to movies or something like that. But the fact that you're the age that you are now, the fact that you're female and you're tapping into that, that is amazing. Keep up with it. Like I'm at a rehearsal right now, and what they're rehearsing is very much a musical theater piece. So I'm over here like, oh my gosh, girl, yes. So stay in that lane, continue with your acting and merge all of that together. You pretty much have it all. Like the foundation is there. It's just a matter of just continuing to grow and maneuver through that specific industry, which would be the performing, not the performing, but the musical theater, live production space.
Gotcha. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bobby.
Yeah, that was incredible. I guess my first question was, who are some of your influences?
So one of my biggest influences is Aurora. I don't know if you know her.
Yeah.
She's from Norway. She's a
Mhm.
really
She's from
cool
Frozen.
person.
No, I'm just. She
She's really
sang on that
awesome.
Frozen soundtrack, but yeah.
Yeah, she did. And so a lot of people have told me that our voices are similar and we also have similar styles. I typically dabble more in folk, like folk alternative. So this was really my first big musical song. And yeah, and another influence is Fleet Foxes, also BTS. So those are kind of my three.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, especially nowadays, like, you know, again, because of the access to music with streaming and the ability for artists to put music out, there's so much more out there, right? So when you know, even when Maya was reading about your bio with like jazz and folk and indie, like I was getting all of that feel. Like I could see that you eventually being on some like, you know, obscure indie festival lineup, you know, because you dabble in a bunch of different genres. But yeah, I thought the song was really well written. I was for sure scared of Little Red Riding Hood at the beginning of that song. So I think it was really great. Like I felt the emotions of, you know, both sides of it. And I think that's really great. I won't pretend to know anything about vocals and vocal range and all that. But I would just mention that I do think, you know, when you go from, you know, sort of being quiet to being loud and all that stuff, just to continue to focus on your control with that stuff. Because of course, like, especially if this becomes a more theatrical song or a bigger thing and you've got movement and stuff like that, you know, just continue to work on that as any artist would. But yeah, it was really great.
Thank you so much.
Really well done. And if you came to support Lilith, make sure you vote for her in the chat right now on Twitch. Thank you, everybody. You can all turn off your cameras. And we'll see you back soon to our industry guests. Okay, coming to the stage right now is it's going to be our last performer of this evening and a very, very exciting show for you. From viral TikToks to a live performance style compared to the likes of Lady Gaga and Madonna, Drew Lewis is one to watch. Lewis's sound nods to the unapologetic 2010s bubblegum pop infused with the passion of 90s R&B, creating a unique sonic landscape that everyone can grab onto. While pursuing his own artistry, Drew also writes and produces for fellow artists, best known for his work with Sony Music's The Gospelers and Yena. Additional recent collaborations include Matt Beckley of Camila Cabello, Havana, Francis Carell, 2 million plus on TikTok, and Millisecond, 1.7 million plus on TikTok. From his signature harmonies to powerful hooks and melodies, Drew Lewis is the emerging triple threat this industry has been dreaming of. It says it right there. Please welcome to the stage, Drew.
My bio sounds so much better when you say it. Oh my gosh.
I'll just follow you around and say it every time.
That would be great. Yeah.
I would
that
love
be
to.
awesome.
Drew, I'm so excited for your performance. Get your costume on. Please tell us what we're about to witness.
You're about to witness the opening number of my set that I've been doing for about the past month or so. And it is my single, Bottom of the Bottle. And it's going to be crazy. And I'm trying to show you kind of a glimpse into the show in the one song that we have here today.
What's the song about?
This song is about letting loose, and after a breakup, going to partying and having that be okay for a little bit. Because I think, mental health is awesome, and not drinking to the point of bad things is so good, and we should always do that. Kids at home, always do that. But there's a place where it's okay to let loose and just have a freaking good night. So that's what this
All
song's
right.
about.
I'm getting out of here. Take it away. Take
All
us
right.
away.
Let's do this.
Like it better when he ain't around. Makeup running got you looking like a clown. Been a minute since I really got down. Get up off the bathroom floor. Heard about a party next door. Took a shot, but I need two more. Any disease of the heart can be cured at the bar. So hurry up, I already called the car. That boy is yesterday, so whatever. Juice got you feeling so much better. Got your remedy, no excuses, baby, please. Find your lover at the bottom of the bottle. Mr. Daniels gonna be calling you tomorrow. Go now, go back, get your hand around the glass. So drink up, find your lover at the bottom of the bottle. Tryna have a little fun, let me show you how it's done. Don't need to find no one. We'll be drowning in the goose like we got nothing to lose. Oh, someone put a drink in my hand, got an eye on the man, and he knows I'm watching. Real hit peaches and they're happy, and I let them all get at me. Any disease can be cured at the bar, so hurry up, I already called the car. That boy is yesterday, so whatever. Juice got you feeling so much better. Got your remedy, no excuses, baby, please. Find your lover at the bottom of the bottle. Mr. Daniels gonna be calling you tomorrow. Go now, go back, get your hand around the glass. So drink up. Find your lover at the bottom of the bottle. Drink it up, empty up that bottle. Turn it up, don't care about tomorrow. Go now, go back, get your hand around the glass. So drink up. Find your lover at the bottom of the bottle. Thank you so much. We love you. Good night. At the bottom of the bottle.
Come on. Pyrotechnics. Making some noise for your dancers too.
Give it up for my dancers, Shoshana and
Yes.
Serge.
Thank you guys. And for
Thank
that
you.
mirror ball. I'm giving it up for the mirror ball.
I know. I keep hitting my head on that. I
Don't worry
I need to
about
raise this up.
Industry guests, you can come on and join in the fun. Wow. That I get to hang out with these artists, in the week, and his kitchen did not look like that earlier this week. So
Yes.
Drew, you're just like this light now. You just
I know. Should I come closer? Like,
Yeah.
you
Come
know,
close so we can
on
see
the
your
light?
face.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I need. Let me see if your titles are gonna come. I think. There we go. Okay. Yes. I need to gather myself. Let me see. Chris, would you like to go first?
Sure. I was blown away. The fact that you had like a whole performance going on, background dancers, the lighting and everything. Like that's how you tell people that you are ready and you are
Mhm.
eager for this. I totally applaud you. You prepared. Like, I mean, I'm trying to see everything in the back, but when the dancers came out, I was like, oh, wow. That's the stuff that we look for. That's the stuff that I look for when it comes down to talent. And it is not always about if they're a good singer or just longevity in the industry, or how many albums or streams. But it's people like yourself that keeps folks like me motivated in what we do, and you have all of the elements. It's about having the elements when it comes down to being an all-around entertainer. And I always ask artists, are you a performer? Are you an entertainer? Because it's a difference, and what you are, Drew, is an entertainer, sir. And keep it up. Keep practicing, keep playing with different things. The dancers added touch from the costuming. Like I knew you were about to do something with what you had on in the camera. I was like, okay, let me see what Drew's gonna do. But you amazed myself and Maya, and I'm sure Bobby. But yeah, dude, yes.
Thank you so much for your kind words. That means a lot.
Bobby.
Yeah. I can't believe you're in your apartment right now. Yeah, it's funny. I have notes from every performance today, and then I have Drew, and it's just blank because I was just watching the whole time. Because it's like, what's going to happen next? So, yeah, I mean, it was incredible. It was a show. And I, of course, I did a little research on all the performers prior to this, and just checking out your social channels. This is kind of what I expected too. So I think that's, kind of goes back to myself being more on the marketing end of things, like your brand, what you put out, constantly having that same narrative of like, this is who I am. This is what you're going to get every time you see me. I really felt that through this. And obviously, this is a very difficult stage for all of you, everyone who performed today, to, do it via Zoom or on your computer. So for you to be able to show that through a small lens was just, terrific. So yeah, and I thought the song was catchy. It was great. I'll have to check in, see if it's online, go listen to it a few more times because it's in my head a little bit.
Thank you so much.
I love that too. I love that, it doesn't matter if it's a Zoom or on a stage in front of 1,000 people, we're going to get a show. And that was really awesome. So well done, Drew. Oh my gosh, everyone was fantastic tonight. But the smoke machines, I don't think I've ever seen that on the open mic stage yet. So that's a first.
I know. I'm glad my hobby feeds my career a little bit. So, how about that, right? Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Drew. You can turn off your camera, but our industry guests, please stay on. Come back on, Bobby. If you came to support Drew, be sure to show your love in our fan poll, which is happening in the chat right now on Twitch. I have one more final question for our wonderful industry guests. Chris and Bobby, what would be the one piece of advice you would give to our up-and-coming artists?
Bobby, you want to go first?
All right, I'll go for it. Man, one piece of advice I would say, just keep after it. I think in general, even for myself, and I'm sure with Chris working on the other side of the industry, you're always going to be told no. You're always going to be, kind of let down. You're going to fail. And those are all really good things because it's just going to help you to keep going. So, you all have very different skill sets, different genres that we heard tonight, which was really cool. Some of you are in LA, some of you are in Texas and elsewhere, and you're going to have different career paths, but just keep going. I think as long as this is your passion and you put your effort towards it, good things will happen. And, of course, always reach out to me if you have questions or want, help with things. And great job. It was really fun as always.
Beautiful. Thank you. Chris.
Yes, indeed. To piggyback off of Bobby, keep growing. You know, don't ever become stagnant in what you do. You know, even you know, with the gaining of the followers, don't let how many followers define you. You know, every great artist, every great actor, every great dancer still practices constantly. They still get coached constantly, you know, the Grammy winners, the Oscar winners. So don't ever stop with your growth, you know. Also, you know, make sure you have fans who are truly listening to your music. And I think people get caught up with the social media aspect, and you may have like 30,000 followers, but are those ticket holders? You know, and that's something that labels looked at. So I don't know if some of you guys desire to be independent, or you desire to be picked up by a label. But either way, make sure those followers translate over into ticket sales when you do perform. Also, push for live performances. You know, even it can be anywhere. You know, it can be a free concert that you can put on just for your community. You know, it doesn't always have to be, you know, a paid gig, but in any which way, work to get your music out there. And that way people are constantly wanting more, people are downloading, they're streaming, and then you're gaining those fans versus followers. And before we actually got on, Bobby, no, Maya had asked if the old school style of paper marketing was something that was still happening. And I tell people, you know, social media is great. The new way of getting yourself out there is great, but don't forget the organic way. Don't forget, you know, still going to you know, to the club and sliding your, you know, a USB to the DJ and saying, hey, can you, you know, can you play my song, or just, you know, so still try both sides of everything. And then really watch how things cultivate when it comes down to your artistry.
Beautiful advice. Thank you both so much for your great advice tonight, and for sharing your time, wisdom, and experience with our young artists here tonight. Thank you. And you can both turn off your cameras now. Thank you. Once again, my name is Maya Jupiter, and it's my pleasure to host Music Forward's Open Mic Fridays. Thanks so much for joining us. Peace.